So the first card you have, your past, is the Three of Pentacles. So quite often I see in this card, I see things around work, because I see these three pentacles, these three coins, as cogs going around in a kind of a machine. So that's what I'm kind of seeing around this card. But I'm also seeing this could be about something about a relationship. So I'm seeing a combination of the two. This could be about a past relationship, but I'm seeing for some reason you kind of weren't able to totally cut ties with this person. You might still have to see them now for some reason, or you definitely were at this time. Maybe you had a child, or you have a child with them, I should say. You might have a child together with this person. You might even have a business that takes time to kind of unravel and sort out between you, or something like that. You definitely had some tie with this person that made you have to keep on seeing this person again and again. I'm also seeing with this card that maybe you had a breakup with this person because there was some kind of there was a third party. There was a third party love situation, and I think something happened around work with this. And obviously this really, really hurt you, of course. So you had moved on from this at this time, and you still have, I'm seeing, up to a point. But you might have been, you're probably still going backwards and forwards in your head and in your heart sometimes. At times you were feeling on top of things, really strong, everything was okay. But then at other times, things would get to you. Like you'd start to feel all terrible again and down again. And why did this happen? And why did I have to go through this? So it's this kind of up and down was still going on with you. And I think the fact that you had to see them again for whatever reason that was making it slow this process for you. So you couldn't kind of go through this kind of healing period properly because you had to keep on seeing them. So it made everything a lot harder for you. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have, your past, is the Queen of Swords. So yeah, I'm seeing finances in this card. I don't normally see money in this card or in relation to this card, but I think it's because I'm seeing this Three of Pentacles above it, that it has to do with money. I think it does have to do with money. I'm seeing you sorting out your money, being quite ruthless about how much money you're putting into different areas, trying to save, all of that kind of thing. This queen has her sword up against what she doesn't want, but she also has her hand up welcoming what she does want. And, I am seeing some kind of financial situation or some kind of financial problem that's linked to this person in the Three of Pentacles or connected to them in some way. They might have been expecting something from you, or maybe they were thinking that you owed them something or something like that. Now, I'm not seeing that you did owe them anything. I think you were being quite fair with them, actually, but there was some kind of unfinished business or unfinished things around some kind of money or something like that, or some tie that you had with them, and this still needed to be sorted out. So I think you were still trying to sort through that as well. So the last card you have for your past is the Nine of Swords. Yes. Yes, more swords. So this has been a very stressful time for you, obviously. I mean, third parties are horrible, and then sorting this all out and then having to see this person still. It's horrible, very, very stressful. I'm also seeing that it's been very stressful for this other person as well. Now, don't be mad at me. That doesn't mean that I'm saying what they did was right or that they're great or whatever and poor person. I'm not saying that, but they were feeling really sad, they were feeling really guilty, and they were feeling really sorry, actually. I think they really regretted what they did, and I think they're really regretting the situation that they'd found themselves in, and I think they were kind of very upset, though they had a lot of regrets. Now, I think all of these regrets were happening to them at night time, in their private time. You might have seen them and said, oh, they look fine, they look happy, everything's fine. And I think the outside world was saying that as well. But when they were by themselves, like this woman in her bed, they were by themselves, they were really upset, they were really crying, really regretting what happened. And I think if they went backwards in time, I don't think they would have done this a second time. I think they really do regret what happened. But, you know, they did it. This is what happened. And these are the consequences of what happened. So the first card you have for your present is the Ten of Cups. So yes, I love this beautiful card. This is beautiful. So this is what they're missing. This is what they're missing, this beautiful, happy family or whatever you had together. So you had some really great times with this person. And you didn't have great times on a motorbike, but you had great times with this person. And, excuse me, and I'm seeing travel. I'm seeing that you probably traveled with this person, or you had some really nice holidays. You had some really fun times with them. Now, again, there are children in this card. And so maybe this might be the tie that you have with them, maybe not. I'm just seeing that, yeah, obviously this is a conventional setup. You couldn't get more conventional than this setup. You have a mother and a father and 2 children and a cottage. So conventional. So I'm seeing that when you were with this person, people looked at it and looked at your relationship, looked at the situation, and they said, oh, this is ideal. This is the perfect couple. This is what we all see on television commercials and in movies. We see the perfect couple sitting around the breakfast table and the perfect family all smiling. And that's what they saw. But obviously this wasn't like that. I mean, if you had third parties and heartbreak and all things going on in the workplace, obviously it was not like that. But what I'm seeing is you could have left this more conventional setup to maybe live a more unconventional lifestyle or unconventional setup. Now, there might be some people around you who might not be as accepting of your lifestyle right now as they were of your old lifestyle, but you know, who cares what they think? You're a lot happier with whatever you're doing, and yeah, I would be too. I mean, I'd be happier with a real real lifestyle or real thing that's authentic and real than a third party and deception and fakery and cheating and all of these things and looking lovely on the surface. Who wants that? So yes, you're doing the right thing. And I think you know you're doing the right thing. And I think you know not to listen to these people. So yes, the next card you have for your present is the Ace of Wands. This is action, pure action in this card. So you're starting to sort things out very, very quickly now. And with the situation with your finances and around this ex or this person, things are starting to be sorted out a lot quicker. And I think there are still going to be a few problems around this, but you're sorting them out. And I think some of the problems you might be having might be around this person's entitlement. They're a bit entitled. And I think they're a bit emotional still as well. So they're not thinking entirely rationally. But I am seeing a big roadblock around this situation is being removed at this time, and it's being removed quite quickly with this Ace of Wands. And I think once you get past this roadblock and it's properly removed, you're going to get a lot of freedom from this old situation. You're going to move on from this old situation, and you're going to be able to take on a lot of new things when you put an end to all of that. So yeah, I'm seeing a kind of a business idea that you might want to pursue, some kind of new system that you could have designed, or yeah, this, I know this might sound very strange. This has something to do with links, people being linked, technology, something like that. Not social media, not an app. You know, I know you're probably thinking, oh, we're all linked to technology. What's that? That's not new. This is something that's quite innovative, very, very different, very new. This is something that could be very interesting and very, very new. Something that, well, I said that already, something that no one's really seen before or experienced before. It's very interesting. I know that will only resonate with a few people, I know that, but I just wanted to see that because I was seeing some kind of really interesting invention or something. But whatever it is that you want to do, you're going to have a lot more freedom now after this is all over, and you're going to be able to pursue whatever this is now. That's what I'm seeing with that. The last card you have for your present is the Four of Wands. Beautiful, another beautiful card. I'm seeing that, you know, when all of this is over, when this is all finished, you're going to be taking some time out to relax, and you might already be planning this at this time. That's why this is in your present. It is going to be pleasant. So you're planning this. You're planning this kind of break. You're going to have this rest. You're going to have. I'm seeing a house, and I'm seeing a house that someone could have invited you to. They might have said to you, oh, come to my house. I've got a house by the sea, or I've got a house in the countryside. I've got a house somewhere in a holiday place. Come and stay there for a while. Come and relax, or come to my home and just rest for a while. And I think they might have invited you to do this a few times before, but you had to say no, because I think you had a lot of, you were very busy. You had a lot on your mind. Obviously, you had all of this on your mind. But then when this is all over, when this is finished, I think you are going to say yes to this. And if you do, I'm really glad that you are going to do that, because you really need this rest. You really need to kind of put a full stop behind all of the past and have a break and then move on to your new life. That's what I'm seeing. So yes, the first card you have for your future is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is what this is all about. This is very, very beautiful. This is about contentment. And yes, this is when you're going to stop. You're going to be relaxed. You're going to be in a garden somewhere, probably like this beautiful woman. And this is when you're probably going to be at this retreat or this house or wherever this is. I'm also seeing someone who might be admiring you, looking at you, thinking you're gorgeous and amazing. And of course you are. I'm actually seeing that someone might someone might have a crush on you, actually. I'm getting a feeling of them thinking that they're going to have a crush on you. They might already, but this is going to come up at this time. And they might be feeling that you're above them in some way, or maybe that you're a bit out of their league or something like that. Now, you're not out of their league. They might have a little bit of they might be a little bit anxious. They might not be very confident in themselves. I'm not seeing you being interested in this person, interested in a relationship with them, but that's not because there's anything wrong with them. I just think you're probably not interested in anyone at this time. You just need to breathe. You've had so much you've been through, and you're just relaxing at this time. Like this beautiful woman, she's by herself, she's content, she doesn't need anyone. Now, eventually you are going to find someone else, but at this time, I think you're just having a rest, and I think that's what you need to do. So the next card you have for your future is the Six of Swords, yes. So, yeah, there's another child in this card as well. So, again, you could have a link with this acts through a child. It might not be, but there are children all the way through this reading. I keep on seeing them. So anyway, you've moved into calmer waters with this beautiful boat moving into calmer waters. I'm seeing that they haven't yet. Now, they've moved away physically, and I think I'm getting this feeling that they had to move away physically because of their actions. You might have said to them, I can't have you around me anymore because of what you did, this third party or this terrible situation. Please move. And they probably did physically moved, but I don't think at this time they still will not have moved on mentally or emotionally. I think they're still going to have these regrets. They're still going to be thinking about you. I think they do feel sorry still, and they have a lot of regret, I'm seeing as well. And, I was seeing that in the Nine of Swords back then. I'm still seeing that here. So, okay, what I'm seeing is just be prepared, because I think they might come back to you. They might try to apologize. They might even try to work their way back into your life again. Now, I won't tell you what to do. I don't want to tell you whether to forgive them or not, what to do. But all I can say is I can see you've been through so much, and you're finally at a time of being in peace. You're finally at peace. If I were you, I'd keep on moving forward. But, again, I don't want to tell you what to do, but yes. So yes, the last card you have for your future is the Seven of Swords. So this is what I was seeing. This person put you through so much. Now, again, I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't want to tell you whether to forgive them, not to forgive them, have them back, not have them back, not talk to them ever again, talk to them tomorrow. I don't know. You do whatever you want, obviously. But I think this card is a reminder to you of what happened. I think this is a reminder to you of what they did to you. I think this is showing you this person was sneaky, this person cheated, this person took things from you, they took your peace of mind, they took your feelings, they did terrible things to you. Now, I'm not saying never forgive anyone ever again, but if they come back and apologize, you're going to have to ask yourself, do I want to go back to deception? Do I want to go back to always wondering, who are they talking to on the phone? Who's that they're texting on the phone? Why are they late? Why are they home late? Are they with someone else? Do I want to go back to that again? Can I trust this person again? All I can say is you're going to have to ask yourself these questions if you consider taking them back again. Now, I think you know what I'm thinking about this. I'm not going to say any more. I'm just going to leave you with that.